वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
On Tuesday, Joe Biden announced that Kamala Harris will be his running mate in the 2020 U.S. election for president. If Mr. Biden is elected, Ms. Harris will become the first woman and the first person of color to serve as vice president. Ms. Harris, 55, is a U.S. Senator from California. She was the first Black woman to serve as California's Attorney General, the state's top lawyer. She became better known on a national level after being elected to the Senate in 2016 and after actually running for president herself last year. Though most people weren't surprised by Mr. Biden's choice of Ms. Harris, many Democrats seemed pleased by the choice. Over $26 million was given to Mr. Biden's campaign in the 24 hours after he announced Ms. Harris as his running mate.
Fans of college football were met with disappointment this week when the Big Ten and the Pac-12 postponed the fall college football season for this year. This decision, while understandable due to the danger of COVID, is leaving many questioning whether the leagues will play in the spring and what will happen to the NFL drafts. The answers are unclear right now. However, one of Washington's biggest college football teams, the Huskies, are hopeful that they will get to play in January and plan to have small group practices to get ready and focus on growth even in these uncertain times.
Protests have broken out in Belarus after Belarus's president was re-elected. Belarus is a tiny country in Eastern Europe bordered by Russia and Ukraine and is a relatively new country compared to the other European nations. It only declared sovereignty from the Soviet Union in 1991. While many countries have adopted democracy, Belarus has had the same president since the first one in 1994, Alexander Lukashenko, who has been elected into power 5 times before. This president has had many policies seen as unfair, such as state ownership of the economy and dealing harshly with people who disagree with him. The woman who ran against him wasn't originally a candidate, her husband was. However, her husband was put into jail by the opposing party. She decided to run and quickly became popular. Unfortunately, many believed the election wasn't fair and she was forced to leave the country to keep her children safe, after the police had started attacking protesters and arresting thousands of people.
It seems like the COVID pandemic is unending, but there is a lot of hope in the scientific community as vaccines are being developed. The Washington Post is tracking 200 experimental vaccines, which are moving forward at record-breaking speeds. The Food and Drug Administration in the United States requires vaccines to go through different approval phases before they are given to everyone. First, vaccines in the preclinical stage are tested in animals using lab experiments. Currently, there are over 170 vaccines in this phase. Next, vaccines in phase 1 are tested on a small number of young, healthy people to assess whether they are safe for humans. There are 15 vaccines in this phase. In phase 2, vaccines are tested on people that are at higher risk. There are 3 vaccines in this phase. Finally, vaccines move to phase 3, where they are tested on thousands of people. There are already 7 vaccines being administered to thousands of people as part of phase 3 to see if they are effective and safe for everyone before being approved for everyone. Scientists have been able to use new scientific tools to teach the body's immune system to block viruses by engineering a version of COVID that has been engineered to be harmless. The immune system learns how to fight it, so when it encounters the real thing, it's ready to fight.
How many of you have ever played a game on your phone that prompts you to pay for in-app purchases to get ahead? Well, Apple requires these games with in-app payments to be billed through the company, which takes a 30% cut of the revenue. However, on Thursday morning, Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, told customers that it would be purchasing a direct purchase plan for items, circumventing Apple's cut and passing the savings onto their customers instead. Apple retaliated by yanking the game from the App Store on Thursday and has already been sued by Epic Games. Apple says the game was violating its rules, but the creator of Fortnite is determined to go up against these policies he sees as unfair, and it's sure to make many Fortnite players angry.
Yesterday, KGC went on a hiking trip to Lake Desire Park. hike, don't worry. There will be a 5K virtual run/jog for the entire community on August 29th. Put on your favorite KGC shirt, take part from any location of your choice, take pictures, and send them in to KGC. More information about apps and registration is to come. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.